It is 9:15 on Tuesday, July 9th of 2024. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but we're in the tent right now in Custer State Park. We're waking up right outside of Grace Coolidge Creek. So that's the view from pretty much right outside our tent. The sound of the trickling water all night was the perfect white noise I needed for a full 9 hours of sleep. Today, we're going to be packing up camp here at Custer. Might explore a little bit. Our plans are to drive. We might take a stop on the way, but the end goal for the day is to make it to Cheyenne, Wyoming, just to explore the town a little bit. We have another tent campsite out there. So we're going to go ahead and get on it, start breaking things down. You can see as well that I have the Lexus parked right up there. So it's parked up here, tent's down there on a little platform, and a little creek is right below us. We have our chairs and our fire pit right there. It's a nice little site, very peaceful, very quiet, and they got flush bathrooms right up there, which is definitely a big plus compared to having to use the woods in some other places. Regardless, we're gonna get going for the day and start to get things in order. I didn't say it either, but the weather is perfect out today. It's 76 degrees, it's 32% humidity. That's very nice compared to Maryland, where we're used to, like, I don't know, 76 degree mornings as well, but 75, 80, 90% humidity. So it's quite a welcome change to have dry air out. I'm cooking breakfast right now. I have some water boiling on this little goofy stove that I've showed before that I got. I'm making a Mountain House meal, and it's the breakfast skillet with eggs, potatoes, pork sausage, onions, and peppers. So I figure we've got a little bit of time to kill. We're not really in a huge rush here. A nice warm breakfast would hit the spot. We're breaking down camp right now. We'll keep on doing that. Go ahead and kick off the day with some good breakfast. All nice and dry. It says they had 1 1/4 cups of boiling water. So it's just boiling a second ago. I just put it in my spork to sterilize it. Turn off the heat real quick. Pull that out. One, 2. That's a little bit over half of that. A little bit more for good measure. So that should be about 1 1/4. Yeah, there we go. I'll go ahead and stir that up, seal it, check on it a bit. Well, here she is all ready to go. Looks pretty good. You can see all the ingredients in there that are listed right there. But I'm breaking down camp now. Before I do that, I'm gonna give it a taste test. See if it's any good. That is pretty good. I haven't really had a warm breakfast since I left home. Usually I don't even eat warm breakfast at home, so I probably haven't had a warm breakfast since June. It's July 9th right now, but yeah, no complaints here. Tent is all taken down. We're all taking showers one by one. It's my turn. Before I go in, I had to make the grand reveal. I had to break out the fish flops. These are my favorite pair of footwear. I have some very expensive shoes, but nothing tops this. That's as good as it gets. Saying goodbye to our campsite. Served us well for the night. It's about 11:49 right now. Just picking up any last trash. Making sure we leave the site cleaner than we found it. We'll go ahead, we'll pack up, and we'll be on the road. As you can see, we've got the rooftop packed. We really need to reorganize the interior once we get back somewhere we can, because it's pretty full in here, but we're sitting at 296,240 miles, so they're going to drive, look for somewhere to fill up on water, maybe hit the visitor center on the way out. Filling up our water right outside the bathhouses. The facilities here are pretty nice. The showers, I think I mentioned before, were as tall as me, which is interesting because I'm only 5'7", but it was definitely a new feeling. I'm not used to feeling tall. Oh wow, I didn't even see the mice here. So that was the inside of the Custer State Lodge Visitor Center. Pretty cool little area in there. We were asking the staff about some different areas to check out before we head out. They had some good recommendations, some good roads to drive, and go around and check out a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Look at that right up there.
Place is gorgeous.
State Game Lodge, restaurant, lounge, and gifts.
That's cool.
You know what? Maybe I'll just swing in there too. We're here.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well. It's just so cool. It's so well built into the landscape. It just looks like it should be there. Just checked out at the Coolest General Store. Very nice place. A lot of cool stuff inside. I got a little bit of stuff for myself. There's some more of those birds. Tyler, look at the birds up there. There's even more of them, like from the Badlands.
Oh, wow.
I still don't know what kind of birds those are, so if you're watching this and you know.
Actually, it's like, I want to say it was like clay finch or something like that. It was, he'll know that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll ask him, but I don't know what kind of birds they are, but they're pretty cool. But regardless, nice little store inside. Once again, very, very friendly people. We're gonna go on a scenic drive after we go to the other game lodge and hit the road towards Wyoming from there. Going inside to check out the State Game Lodge now. That's such a cool looking building. Hold on, Colby, real quick. Those birds that we've seen nesting, what were they called?
I think they were cliff. Hang on, let me look it up. I know there's some barn swallows, yes, but there was different. There were different
There was another
kinds.
name that was like canyon
Yes.
swallow.
I'm gonna see if it was actually called a canyon swallow or not, but they make nests. I'm pretty sure, and it's weird because they use a mixture of like mud and grass, and they're somehow able to mold it. Like, it's crazy that a bird can just do that with their beak. That's the craziest thing that I can think of.
I mean, I was in high-level art classes in high school, and clay sculpture is like one of the hardest things, and they're just
And we
naturally
have two
doing
hands.
it.
They're just doing it with their mouth. It's crazy. I can't. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was canyon or a cliff swallow. I think it was a cliff swallow, but they're smaller and yeah, they were smaller birds. But it's fascinating to me. Speak of the devil, there's one of them.
You're right up there.
Cute. This tiny little guy, like I was saying.
Look at that summer White House for President Calvin Coolidge, family, and staff. They occupied these buildings in 1927, and Dwight D. Eisenhower, June of 1953. That little feller up there.
There he is.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. I didn't think we'd be getting any kinds of history lessons today, but
So Dwight D. Eisenhower, right?
yes, sir.
Oh, this door.
Eisenhower and Calvin Coolidge. It's by a long shot the coolest fireplace I've ever seen. Contains specimens of rose quartz, milk quartz, petrified wood, cave boxwork, various crystals, and other local rocks and minerals. So that sign right there says Wildlife Loop, which is where we're going. Gonna go on a quick scenic little drive before we head out of camp. We just came from the presidential house that we were showing you, the State Game Lands Lodge. They have a lot of hotels and restaurants in there, but we just showed you the main areas, little welcome area, the really cool fireplace in there. Anyways, let's see what we see on the Wildlife Loop. I have high expectations because they were saying you 100% will see buffalo, so.
What was cool as well that I want to add, it was awesome when we went in there. We actually saw people making their hand paintings with all the other ones that they had there that were advertised for sale. I thought that was pretty cool that they were doing it there. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in there. A lot of rich history in the area. See right ahead, we're just rolling down this dirt road here. We'll see what there is to see. Some road construction going on today. Some sort of sweepers they got on the bottom of those. I don't know. Oh well. There's our first glimpse of the real buffalo out here.
And big boys.
Absolute units.
You know what's crazy? That little one could probably still absolutely mow me over.
Oh yeah.
Things are like dinosaurs.
Look at those things. Think how many there are. Not a care in the world.
That's how I'm trying to be.
It's a good life to live right there.
I'll say. Tree out there is charred black. Let's go start my lightning. There's a lot of them charred black out here. I'm imagining they probably had a fire.
Couldn't resist taking this stop. I saw a little pull off and decided to pull up here and see what's going on. We're still on the wildlife road loop. Very scenic so far, seen a good bit of buffalo. We're barely even into the drive. So very quiet, very scenic. That's where we came up, way down there. Back on the road. They've got some road construction going on, it looks like, back here, which this would be one heck of a place to do road construction. Some deer way out there in the field.
There's two more right here by this tree.
I don't know if you can see them too well.
Once we get around that, you'll be able to see them.
There you go. Look at that right there.
Just went into his hole.
Some tiny little deer out there, some prairie dogs hopping up and down. That's a pretty good sized herd up there.
I'm kind of nervous to go in between them.
So look at all them.
That one laying right there. Two of them.
All up and down the hill.
Straight up chilling. Look at them big fellas. Those are two calves. Right
This one's
there.
looking at me right here. You see him?
Yeah. Goofy.
Hey, buddy.
Yes,
See you, buddy. Chilling.
Y'all be good now, you hear?
Look at all those up there.
Oh yeah, Tyler, do a little make it. It's a big family reunion.
They're all cool creatures. They just roam, drink, eat, poop, do whatever they want.
They're up there too.
Oh yeah.
Look at that thing is huge all the way up on that hill. Holy crap.
Running them red dirt roads and kicking up dust. The boys round here.
Sending up a prayer to the man upstairs.
Backwoods legit, don't take no lip.
Chew tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco, spit.
We're leaving Custer State Park.
Cattle gates are so loud.
Oh yeah, but no, we saw quite a bit of buffalo, prairie dogs, deer, a fair bit of what we wanted to. We're not doing the full wildlife loop, we just wanted to hit enough to see everything, and we're all pretty happy with what we saw. It was quite an experience to be able to hit some of these back roads. State parks back home just aren't anything like this. It's just so overdeveloped, really. And
State parks back home are like 2 or 3 acres.
I was gonna say, you'd be able to see the entire state park from any of these mountains, but thankful for what we have back home, but it is cool to be able to see all this out here, knowing that this country still does have some nice, fresh, large land out here. But we're gonna hit the highway, make our way down to our next pit stop.
That guy in that house has it made.
Oh yeah. And then from there to Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is where we're staying tonight. They're putting down fresh rock right behind me. Just look how red that is. Rolling hills of South Dakota. State Light Restaurant and Casino. State Line, sorry. Because, as you can see by the green sign right up ahead, we are here in Nebraska. The good life. Here we are, one more state off the list. Nothing ahead but rolling hills and straight open roads. That's Nebraska for you. According to the GPS, we are in Chadron, Nebraska. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Chadron doesn't sound right, but I don't know. Regardless, very open, very scenic. Not a lot of people, which I like. I've got cruise control in 70, and I haven't had to touch my brake once. We're at the gas station. What is that, a beefy cheese and top burrito?
Yes.
With how many ingredients?
I have not seen an ingredients list this long. We got that fumaric acid, we got that niacin, ferrous sulfate, thiamine, monotrate, whatever this is.
Dude, we're gonna die.
I can't even
Probably
pronounce
takes
that.
all that chemical to preserve
I'm like
this thing to
trying
get
to
out
read
to
Hindu
Nebraska.
right now. I'm almost about to have a seizure.
Fellas, how's your health insurance looking? Is it up to date?
Yeah, I got that
Pretty
union
good.
insurance, so I'm pretty good.
Alright, we'll be ready because we're gonna need it.
See, at least look good.
On the road again. We're about 46 minutes from our next stop. How are the burritos,
I'm
fellas?
gonna have to use a bathroom.
They taste very good, but I'm probably gonna be in a coma later.
That's usually the way she goes, but yeah, nothing too exciting. Just a lot of flat land, little plains, a few hills here and there, but that's Nebraska for you. So I got an email from Road Trippers, the road trip planning software that I've used in the past, and they recommended that one of the spots to be checked out along the way was Carhenge. I was like, what in the world is Carhenge? We've heard of Stonehenge. Imagine if it was all made of American classic cars.
Why go to England when you can just come here and see this? Yep, Jim Reinders. That's an American hero right there.
This is so bizarre and I love it.
Pretty cool.
I can tell what some of these are, but not others. The description here says that it was created by Jim Reinders. He worked as a petroleum engineer in England for 7 years, returned to his hometown of Alliance, Nebraska, which is where we are now, and wanted to make something similar, a Stonehenge West, he said. Giant slabs of stone weren't present. He wanted to try something else, so he used cars because they'd be readily available and similar in shape and size, and so it was built. It says here, my favorite line was the last one here. We were able to reduce the time of the original Stonehenge construction by 9,999 years and 51 weeks, as it only took 6 days to put it up. So there's Jim, the creator, right there.
Some of these have time capsules in them that are not supposed to be opened until the 2040s and 50s.
Interesting.
There's also an autograph car that you can autograph, and several different people put art installations here based on cars. One of them is a World War II capsule put by the classes of 41 through 45. They're going to open it in 2044, and then the other one was buried in 2003 and is going to be open in 2053. The Ford Seasons. That's the big yellow. And some of the artists are not known. So did people just come here and put stuff here?
I don't know. We'll have to go up there in a second and check that out.
The Carosaurus, artist unknown.
Making way up here, we'll go see what there is to see. That's what Tyler was telling you about with all those time capsules and sculptures built up here outside of the original Carhenge sculpture itself. Here's one of those time capsules that Tyler was talking about. Not to be open until 2053. RV park right there, it looks like. And then what's here? Buried June 19th of 2004 by the students of AHS classes of, what's that say, 1941 through 1945, World War II, opened June of 2044. I'm very curious to know what kind of secrets lie in there. Here's the cart with Colby next to it that we're able to autograph, sign, spray paint, whatever. What's this?
Did you know Willie Nelson was here?
Willie Nelson was here.
Dude, Willie Nelson was here.
Dude,
Look
no
at
way.
that. That's, yeah, I'm not kidding.
No way.
He actually, the Willie Nelson was here. This
Who-
thing would sell for easily 150.
Who put this here?
No way.
What's that?
Michael, there's another
Hold
one.
on. What's that?
There's another one.
You're not subscribed?
You're not. Excuse me?
You better subscribe.
Right down there,
now.
there's a red button. It's not that hard to
It
hit
says
it.
subscribe.
For
SUB
goodness sakes.
SCRIBE. Has a little bell next to it. Click that. Click
It's
the bell.
one click, and you can always
And
unsubscribe.
watch this. Watch this. Ready? He's got a channel too.
I do
And I'm going to put it right here, and you're going to subscribe to that as well.
Right here.
Mhm.
Right on my hand. That's it.
You subscribe right now.
Yep.
But anyways, here's the autograph card. You can see there's quite a bit of stuff written on here. Some interesting messages. Some names new, some old. I'm really trying to tell what kind of car this is. It's some sort of land yacht, whatever it might be.
Cadillacs are pretty, have that significant run-up for each headlight on the fender. So that long stretch of headlight.
Yeah,
It looks like a Cadillac.
It meets the silhouette of something like that. But yeah, I mean, look at that thing. Pretty cool. A wagon made out of an old station wagon. Another one that's just so goofy, you gotta appreciate it. Here we have the Ford Seasons. It's so bizarre, just so goofy, so random that you just can't help but to laugh at it. I am glad that I saw this online though. It is definitely worth the pit stop in my opinion. This is actually a bit out from the main attraction, but we saw this buried and decided to walk over. This is
It's like
almost completely underground.
I think it's a Bel Air.
I couldn't tell you. It kind of has the profile of one.
Yeah, from those rounded lights and then the bumper. It's rounded. I can't tell if I can't remember Bel Airs that are rounded front end.
They did for a certain number of years. It very well could be.
But
Yeah, there's not much left of it at all.
it's like that. Maybe it's a Hudson Hornet.
I couldn't tell you.
They got the drums welded together so you can't spin them.
Next level weld art.
Yeah, shouldn't mess with that.
This is some sort of old Honda here, as you can tell by the wheels, but it says, "Here lies 3 bones of foreign cars. They served their purpose while Detroit slept. Now Detroit is awake and America's great." You can see by that absolutely shredded apart tire and wheel. Honda logo right there. Look at this dinosaur here. So, oil pans up there for the head and mouth. Some sort of threaded bolt for the teeth.
His eyes are, I believe, they look like the end of a leaf spring.
I was gonna say leaf spring shackles, it looks like.
Leaf spring shackles, and it looks like these are the regular leaf springs here for his ribs.
Yeah, his ribs and arms are leaf springs. His body is C-channel frame running all the way down.
And do you notice that his thighs are control arms?
Yeah,
His thighs are control arms. That looks like a sway bar.
yeah, control arm
So-
sway bar.
And then
And-
hubcaps for his
yeah.
for his humps on his tail and everything. It's pretty cool.
It's just crazy the amount of thought that went into this.
I know, especially do it on this scale. Like, you know what it took at least probably 5
This is the one piece that isn't a car part. Got a good old horseshoe right here, but
Horseshoe. That's so cool though.
spawning salmon.
Is that the artist names?
As somebody with absolutely no artistic talent and a huge love for cars, this really does fascinate me. Just everything here.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you asked me to draw a stick figure, you probably still wouldn't be able to tell what it is. Even on the way out of here, they have benches made up by wheels and
That's a good
tailgates from a
armrest.
truck.
That's a clever idea for an armrest.
I mean, it works. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, just look at that.
Oh, this is an
Both of these here.
international-
Oh yeah, it is. I was trying to read what that said
The
backwards.
international truck just industry fascinates me because they made everything from pickups to literal semis.
Whole lot of good stuff.
Nice.
Ugh.
1313.
That was a little insight from the gift shop there right before we headed out. I would say that's a worthwhile stop. What about you guys?
100%. 100% you have to go there. That and Mulville Island.
This is what makes America America. The farmlands, the sculptures that occupy those farmlands,
And the people that are willing to do something
yeah,
like
the
that.
people that are willing to do something like this, make a monument for all of America to see. Mount Rushmore, Carhenge, same boat type of deal.
Those are the American heroes. They should have a discount for the people that built Carhenge everywhere they go.
It was just, I mean, I guess Stonehenge is cool, but like rocks. Like, think about it. Those were once running, driving pieces of machinery. That's pretty sick. While in Mount Rushmore, I picked this up. It's a little I Spy license plate game. As you can see, we have everything on the front, minus Hawaii. And then flipping it over on the back, we have every single United States except for New Mexico. So New Mexico and Hawaii are what we're keeping our eyes out for. Colby actually spotted an Alaska plate at Mount Rushmore on a very nice looking F-250 yesterday, which was quite surprising to find. We have a few of the Canadian provinces as well. We have Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, and Saskatchewan.
Quebec.
Yes, that's what it's called, cubic. Anyways, that's pretty good so far. We also found Washington, D.C. at the KOA that we were at in North Sioux City, Iowa, or North Sioux City, South Dakota. So we're doing pretty good. We're heading out of Alliance now. We'll keep on rolling. Here at St. Clair, just filled up 18.134 gallons of gas at 14.76 miles per gallon, so not too terrible. Slowly but surely going back up. I think that not driving as many mountainous regions and keeping it under 80 miles an hour, going about 70, is helping us out here. There she is.
There she is.
Now entering Wyoming. We'll be sleeping in Wyoming tonight. We're about 50 minutes out for about an 8 o'clock arrival time. So far so good for today. We are at Last Chance Camp, which is where we are staying for the night in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Putting on my visor because I'm getting blinded right now. Just turn right here. It said it's pretty much self-sufficient camping. It said that there's several different sites down here, so I really have no idea how to navigate the place.
Did we check in or?
They said to just text when you get here. There's not really much of a check-in, so tent camp is over that way. So
Hot shower, outhouse, tent, camp, shade.
So we gotta go find site 51, I believe. I'll double check. It's either 51 or 52. I'll check in a second, but this is an interesting setup. This is literally just somebody's property. Well, here we are at Last Chance Camp in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Just talked to the woman who seems to run this place. She's very nice, very helpful, very friendly. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set up camp right here by this picnic table. Just start getting things set up. It really is just a giant plot of property, as you can see. We're just kind of here in the middle of it. There are people set up along the outskirts. She just told us to set up by this picnic table, so we went ahead and did that. Sunset's going down over the clouds, and it looks very pretty as well. We don't want to go necessarily wasting sunlight, so we'll get things set up. We'll get squared away for the night, and maybe go explore downtown Cheyenne at night. Kind of get a look at that. All right, let's get setting up camp. There she is. She's all set up for the night. Sun is going down, but that means that tonight's adventures are just getting started. We are right outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and wanted to check out the town, so we're going to go ahead, head downtown, and see if there's a whole bunch to do, and if there is, check it out, see if we can get going and have a fun night. The weather's beautiful out. It's probably only in the 60s, maybe low 70s, but you really can't ask for anything better than this. Those views are just spectacular. Staff here is also very welcoming and accommodating, which is really nice. We've been able to walk around. They said to wander around, to check out the animals, all that kind of stuff. So we might do that tomorrow, but while we still have some daylight and before it gets too dark, we want to go and hit Cheyenne. So no more talking, let's get rolling. Heading down into Cheyenne. We're driving around Cheyenne right now and we don't really have an idea. Colby, aren't you so excited that we're here?
Subway.
Colby be like, let's go to Cheyenne. Also, Colby would get into Cheyenne.
Maybe when there's nothing here, and I thought it would be a lot more of like a frontier town.
There's got to be some cool stuff
I've done my
around here
research, and it has a
somewhere.
lot of rich history, but we're just looking for a place to eat as of right now.
Well, it seems that we've gotten into more downtown Cheyenne here, as the clock tower is always indicative of a big town area, so we should probably find somewhere to park, then we can get out and walk around. If you guys are down with it.
I'm down with it. Absolutely.
Amen, brother. Lexus is parked down there. We are walking into downtown Cheyenne right now.
Oh, it's right here.
So yeah, we're gonna try going to the Rib Chop House, take a look inside. That's a pretty cool looking spot right there.
It is. They were saying this is the best place, or highly rated at least, so see what they got.
They close at 10. We might want to get food to go, and then just get whatever drinks.
Still have 40 minutes. We'll see what happens.
Well, here's what we had. Rib Chop House. What'd you guys think of the Rib House, or Rib Chop House?
Awesome food, awesome service, very nice people. They
Thank
made me
you,
feel
Shannon.
welcome.
Shannon, that was amazing.
Shannon, our waitress.
Thank you very much. Best fries
Very-
I've had. I know I already told you that, but they were amazing.
Very polite. Fries were
jaywalking.
fantastic. Shh, you can't be talking about our crimes on that video.
Oh, I said we're
Having fun.
we're legally walking.
Yes.
Let's practice another one. We might be doing something really fun as soon as we put our stuff in the car.
Yeah. Well, we'll go see what the night holds for us. I'm gonna throw on my jacket
Next
because
one
I'm getting a
might
little
include us
chilly
at
right now.
camp or us in jail in downtown Wyoming.
I don't think we're going to jail. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The first gen looks a lot.
I'm recording now on the GoPro because we're gonna be going around and I don't want to go dropping the DJI camera or breaking it or anything. We found some little scooters like this and we're gonna hop on and go through a ride through Cheyenne, have some fun, enjoy the scenery a little bit.
Maybe not kill
See what's out there.
ourselves.
Here she is. Let's take her for a spin.
In the streets of Wyoming.
We're here at the Capitol building. Cheyenne Capitol building in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Beautiful building.
I was gonna say, it's pretty cool.
Never thought we'd be doing this, but
I love these old historic buildings like this. The
Don't build them
architecture's
like we used to.
the architecture's always pretty sweet. We've ridden around and we've made our way to the Cheyenne Depot Museum. This looks like a decent place to check out tomorrow.
it does. It's pretty cool.
We're gonna hit here, run up to the Capitol building, the State Museum.
You'll be able to get a bigger view post with the boot.
Yeah, this is something you would not see anywhere but like this area of the country.
It's cool.
There's a snake in my boot.
This is awesome.
This is the best way to tour Cheyenne. Late at night.
If you have small towns like this is so cool to do. It's a great idea.
We're
But
just
we hate
take-
electric vehicles.
We're just taking a leisurely scooter ride around and there's not a single other person on the street with us. It's nice. We're just cruising around, taking a look at the Capitol building, the monuments, the
We need to
museums, the
improve these
buildings.
bells, though. Michael doesn't even have one.
My bell doesn't even work, so I can't let them know when I'm running behind.
This is awesome.
It's like GTA in real life.
This is GTA free roam.
You 100% can't see it through the darkness out here, but there's a train on the tracks right now and another one that's passing by. We came down here to try to catch them, and well, here they are. It's dark and we're in this parking lot
looks a lot darker on camera. It's actually pretty bright in the parking lot. We can see the trains very well, but it's cool to be able to see the city at night. Not going to see that too often. There they are. Trains are moving real slowly down there. I don't know if you can see the side of that building there. It's got an old Drink Coca-Cola sign on it. Vintage. We just got off the bikes. How was that, fellas?
Awesome. That was a fun time.
We just gave ourselves a self-guided tour through downtown Cheyenne,
For $50
Wyoming.
each.
Yeah, it ended up being more than I thought because it kept on charging my card, even if I told it not to charge my card.
It's
But
weird how it charges it. It did the same thing for me. $8.58, $8.58, $8.58. It's crazy.
It's weird, but we had a good time. It was good to go out and explore a little bit. We got to see some trains, got to see some historical landmarks, got to see some cool things here and there, but I'd say it was a worthwhile adventure. We're going to head back to camp now. Signing off here for the night. It was an interesting day for sure. Got to explore some more Custer, get to explore Carhenge, and then Cheyenne. Good experiences all around. It's quiet and dark out. I don't want to be too loud for the sake of possibly waking up other people, so I'll sign off with that. Good night. Catch you tomorrow.